Good morning, good morning, good morning. OAT. It's that time of the morning for coffee and blunts. How loyal are you still to the Dallas Cowboys? That's what I want to know today. I want to hear from fans. Because, man, I've been reading a lot of stuff on the internet. Folks talking about they ain't spending no money no more and all that stuff, and that's great. I'm not here to, look for affirmation or anything like that. I just want to talk to the nation. I want to know what's going on with the people here in this group, how you really feel, about this team. So let's have a little conversation this morning. Let's talk a little bit about loyalty. Shout out to my boy over there, Star Gang Savages on Instagram. I know you've been waiting for me to wear this hat, go on video, but I'm on Facebook and not on Instagram, so I'm going to have to send him a photo later. But good morning. What up, Terrence? I see you, baby. It's time for coffee and blunts this morning. Let's talk about a little bit about loyalty in the Cowboys, shall we? What's up, Marcus? I see you, baby. Best part of waking up, shout out my boy Fat Boy, them hard hitters. You know what I'm saying? Out there, Kern County. You know what I mean? Them hard hitters, baby. Best part of waking up is some OAT in your cup, baby. So let's talk about some loyalty today. Man, I see some people just placing their loyalty all over the internet. I kind of feel the same way, so I just want to talk to everybody in here, man. Let's see where everybody's at. Definitely loyal, just pissed. I hear you. You know, it's funny, this loyalty game, man, because loyalty goes all the way around the board, man. It goes through a lot of the shit of what I'm going through with my wife right now, with life in general. But I'm not here to bore y'all with my problems. You know, let's talk about the Cowboy problems when it comes to loyalty. And I think we all think that Jerry Jones is loyal to a fault. I think he's running this shit to the ground. Somebody just commented in the group a while ago on one of them comments when it's just, I mean, how hard-headed couldn't you be? I mean, I know we from Texas. Well, actually, Jerry's from Arkansas, but god dang. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Eric? What's up, Ray? I got you guys on sideways, man, so it's a little bit different setup. I appreciate y'all chiming in this morning. So if you guys haven't checked the announcement yet, you know what I'm saying? You can go up, pick a side, get mad, whatever you want to do. It's coffee and blunts in the morning, maybe. A depressed veteran. You know, I'm a certified VA delusional Cowboy fan. I can't let the blood go out today. Certified. So, there's a lot of things going on around this country, man. Y'all need to wake up. It's bigger than this Dallas Cowboy football, right? Y'all see these sailors running around these bases. Now they're saying it's a, sailor from, from overseas that was shooting up folks there in Pensacola this morning. 3 civilians got shot, I believe. So being a Navy veteran and coming out all in the public, you know what I'm saying? I share that with y'all on the video every time because, when you start getting on this black mirror and start speaking some truth, you know what I'm saying? You start garnering some eyeballs maybe that you didn't want, you know what I mean? It's like I have to go back and forth between Instagram and Facebook because I got one of my baby mamas following me on Instagram and, I got a court case in California as a result. They think I'm some big millionaire on Facebook or on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, because I make all these videos and got all you guys here in this group, you know what I mean? And I said, shit, if they all would give me $1 at $16,000, I probably could pay off all my arrears and child support, but that ain't happening. So good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Juan? I see you, baby. JoJo Swims. Quit smoking them guards. I need to, I need to, man, but I'm hard-headed. Like, when it came to the BlackBerry and smartphones, by the way, speaking of that, Cowboys fans is a fan base I like to call a society of secrets. And with that being said, I'm publishing my life story ebook around this process, 3 years going through OAT. How you guys carried me out of depression, let me share my story, supported me, loved me unconditionally. Hope I have an ebook out on January about my life story. It's going to include some secrets about this Cowboy fan base. So I'm not going to be talking about it before the book comes out. It's going to be out by January 31st. That's why I've been laying low. I've been loyal. Because, much like Jerry, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to use the media, right? Media is like a big, talk about these sailors getting shot, right? You got to be careful about your due diligence on the media nowadays. You really got to go 3, 4, 5 sites and put 5, 6 pieces of information together to really make a sound judgment because there's a lot of fuckery going on out there on the internet. What's up, Lindsay? I see you. Ray Sanchez, DC4L. What up, baby? Good afternoon, bro. What up, Juan? I see you, baby. Connecticut Cowboy fan in the building. I appreciate y'all support. What's up, Eric Wilson? Connecticut in the building. Mike Tovar. Carol Tant. What up? What up? Hey, Mama Marie. I see you, girl. I appreciate everything you do out there. A lot of this stuff wouldn't be, for you if I hadn't met you out there in Florida, you know what I'm saying, during the takeover last year at South Beach. So, you know what I mean? I've got family. There's loyalty in this group between some members and I. I mean, it's, I would trust you with my life. Sometimes, hell, I can't even trust myself with that. What's up, Juan Carlos Sanchez? Mexico at the house, baby. Chihuahua fan club in the building. I see you, baby. I appreciate y'all support down there. Stephen Thomas, that's my man up there. We go back, baby. Remember that Cleveland game you went to in 16, man? Appreciate you sticking around. What up, Sean Wells? I see you. That's my homeboy over there at Tacoma. What up, Sean? We got to get together, man. Have a beer. They shut Hooters down over there, so we can't even meet up over there, man. We got to find a new place. They down here shutting down everything up here in Washington. What up, Cuff Kenneth? Family, Cole, what up? BJ, what up, baby? So, it's a little coffee and blunts this morning, man. Shout out Star Gang Savages. I appreciate that. You see, unity, working together. I didn't ask for this. This man hit me up on Instagram, Star Gang Savages, right? Sent me a hat. Said, hey, man, love what you do. Would you mind, would you wear one of these in one of your videos? I said, yeah. He sent me this about a couple of months ago. So he been like, man, you going to wear that hat? You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I got something special for it. I was just waiting on God to tell me when to put it on. You know what I mean? Because throughout all this process, you know what I'm saying, my steps are being guided. My hands are being guided, all this stuff, you know what I mean? It's bigger than me. It's a fight for me to just get through every day. That's why my motto is, if you breathing, you achieving. Because during the holidays, it is very tough for military veterans. So I know we got a lot of veterans that are in here. And a lot of people that are family of veterans have all that type of stuff. You have to understand, you got to check on your vets this holiday, man. This Thanksgiving was one of the worst of my life. It was my mom and dad's. They both dead, 45 and 46. You know what I'm saying? Their 46th anniversary, they both dead. It fell on Thanksgiving. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I went to bed at halftime during the Bills game and woke up and wasn't surprised. And we took another L. Loyal to the id. I hear you, Marie. Yeah, I'm loyal to the Star. I'm never going to run. I'm never, my wife, she trying to poison. That's how the enemy do, you see. Y'all can come on to the Seahawks. Words, she trying to start with my kids, you know what I'm saying? Filter. And I said, I told my boy, I said, you know what? Because I ain't even want to put that kind of force on. I said, man, you just be whatever you want to be. Because I always tell my kids, I don't want to force anything on you that you wouldn't want, you know what I'm saying? Later on in life, you're going to grow up and resent me for the shit. You know what I mean? I'm not going to vicariously live my life through you like that, to force you to the point where we got to have these kind of conversations about life or death in the game. But I wanted to just get in touch with some folks, man. I know I've been hiding from the camera. Like, y'all, I have this big imposter syndrome. Like, I'm not good enough. I've been doing this for 3 years, killing the game on you motherfuckers. And you know what I mean? It's hard to, it's hard to come out and say stuff like that, because I really don't like a lot of flashy, attention. I just always been one to kind of be in the background, you know what I mean? So like the hard hitters, all you guys, the Barachos, everybody that's came after me to try to put me in their unit, you know what I mean? It's the reason I'm a free agency, and it's because of what we're going through right now as a team, you know what I mean? Somebody got to have a voice. A lone wolf. Some people may have a problem with that word. Google it. I asked my boy in Canada what's the first thing he thought of when I said lone wolf. He said, I think something with the military. I said, yeah. They got a narrative going on here in this country. You know what I mean? You got folks running around shooting up service members on these bases, and they're saying they got problems with their commanders. That's a loyalty issue. That's a culture issue. I lived in that culture issue. It's a man up culture. Man the fuck up and fix your problem, Souls. What the fuck is your problem? Come in here crying with your problem. Your wife didn't come in your seabag shit, mate. If she did, you know what I'm saying, she would have been, I don't want to hear nothing about your wife. Get back to work. All my soldiers, sailors, airmen, every service member wearing stripes across the country is out there dealing with that. Now, I'm not knocking the military. I'm talking on behalf of the service members. I'm talking on behalf of the men that's out there wearing them helmets in the game today. About loyalty. Loyalty to the bigger picture here, right? You're right. The people need to remember that more than just the Dallas Cowboys. You're right, Eric. What's up, Joe Moreno? Felicia? I see y'all. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of look-a-who's on here. That's all fine, because I know even in the group we got spies still. Somebody asked me the other day, who's the spy? Well, look, you know, sometimes we just post some shit just to get some conversation going on in the group. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it gets dry. Everybody wants to talk about how bad Dak is and all that other shit. You know what I mean? Here we try to come in here as creators and put in some other kind of content for you guys to soak up. But some Cowboy fans on the goddamn internet just want to be mad all day about everything. And this loyalty issue with our coach and our owner don't help it. And they got the nerve to call us delusional Cowboy fans. And make fun of us. Well, tell Stephen A. Smith he won't smoke. I'll give all the smoke. I'm certified delusional, baby. So come holler at me when you're ready. Loyal? Yeah, let me see. You can get down here to some of these other comments. Kim, what's up, Kim? Kim Pizarro. Hard hitter out. That's my girl out there. Woo! Atlanta City girl. She been signed up for Fire and Fan, played that stuff. Love you, Kim. You've been down with us since day one. I appreciate you. You've been a great member in this group. Met you in Dallas at the home opener. Even helped me find my son who got lost going out of AT&T Stadium. All I heard was, hey, Barry! And I turned around and I see this Lisa Morton and Kim Pizarro, and they're coming out, and then my boy gets lost in the crowd going out of AT&T Stadium. Then we like on code red, like, oh shit, where's Brian? So they spent about 10, 15 minutes, and luckily, you know what I'm saying, security guard, they brought my son back. So love you, Kim, love you, Lisa. I appreciate y'all helping me with my kids out there. You know what I mean? I was already on the way up out of there, but it was crowded, and you know, your kids, you got to watch your kids coming up at that stadium. You can't really let your kids out of sight nowadays, tell you the truth. I don't even really let my kids out of sight. It's a crazy world we live in. But going back to this veteran stuff and loyalty, man, you know, you got these veterans out here, you know, we got these athletes, you know, we want to complain about these athletes that make these millions of dollars and they're complaining, talking about, oh, you know, service members, this and that, the other. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we all people. So it shouldn't be one person gets more of this or one person gets more of that because of whatever status they at. I believe in equality. So I do know I'm going to garner a whole lot of eyeballs on this video as y'all share it, though. Some of the stuff that I'm going to say is going to, you know, rub some people the wrong way. And it's going to cause some people to look at me a certain way, and that's fine. You know, I'm trying to get through all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a voice and share my story for those folks that are out there. Mary says, hi, Barry. I watched the whole game, was praying the whole coming with the win. Thank you for your service. You're welcome, Mary. I appreciate you, girl. You've been in here for a long time supporting us, too. Tracy Monroe, Danny Rivera, TJ Pena, thank you for your service. You're welcome, sir. Sean Wells, I don't think Dakota's a problem. You know, the fucking leadership is the problem. I mean, the leadership, and let's talk about, you know, we go this country, this team, whatever. Leadership is the problem. It's got to do everything with culture. Because when it comes, you guys have taught me that the best here. You know, I was a basic fan 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago. I was, you know, root for the Cowboys on Sunday, and that was about it. Post here and there on social media, that was about it. You know, because really in the military, you can't really post a whole lot of shit on social media. I used to have my supervisors watching us. You know, if we post something, they'd be like, you know, they'd hit us up and be like, hey, man, what's that really about? Like, and their supervisors are watching them. So, you know, Big Brother's always watching. So we were all, you know, I really didn't get into social media until 2016 after I retired. You know, that's in my story. I share that. But you guys, over this time, man, I learned about this culture. I didn't know about fan clubs. I didn't know about barachos. I didn't know about hard hitters. I didn't know about West Coast. I didn't know about JoJo's Replay. I didn't know about Cowboy Joe Boo. I didn't know about Koye Media. I didn't know about all those other creators that are out there. Those specifically that's our mastermind here. But y'all taught me the culture. Now I want to be a voice for it. So you're going to have to support your boy, man. I'm releasing this ebook. It's got a book of secrets about some of the stuff in the Cowboy fan base. I'm going to be talking about some of the things that you don't see me talk about. Politics, religion, Kaepernick, the military, our country, the Reaganomics era, the crack era. You'll even learn a few more things about me you didn't know. So you make mistakes every day, talking long-winded, and let the blunt go out. So You know, those of us that are too proud to run around and say, oh, you know, the rules, the rules. Look, I knew the rules too. You know what I'm saying? I still broke them. I mean, shit. Life happens. So, you know, we talking about loyalty. Jeremy Edwards says, I will back the players, but I'm out on coaching and Jerry Jones. I think shit, I was out on coaching it. I mean, a lot of the diehards I know been out on Jerry Jones for years. They've always said that. When I first came in this group, they're like, we'll never win as long as Jerry Jones is the GM. I can't name how many fans in this group told me that. And I didn't want to believe it. I was like, I'm hard-headed, you know. I'm coming up in the game. I'm trying to figure shit out, the fan base and social media. Now, y'all taught me the rules of the game. Y'all taught me the culture. Y'all taught me how to think objectively and critically about this stuff, man, because there's some Cowboy fans out here on the internet losing their damn minds. Literally. James Ray, what up, big boy? I see you, baby. CJ McGee, loyal to the soil, man. I hear you, bro. Chief, that's my boy. That's my brother from another mother out there, man. Man, I'm trying to get out there. Y'all hadn't seen, speaking of that, we're talking about coffee and blunts in the morning, right? David Irvin just posted, and I just posted this in the group, December 15th. He's got to be careful how he puts stuff on the flyers because, you know, you got this stuff going on outside the NFL that's not federally approved yet. It's not approved in the NFL. It's not approved in Texas. So, y'all going to have to be careful with this shit. You know what I mean? David Irvin has launched his own rolling papers line called Passport, I believe it is, Cannabis Passport. So he's going to be out there. There's going to be a movement at a tailgate game. I'm trying to get the details, so I'm going to get that stuff and have it to you. It's for the Rams game. It's going to be a first ever. So I'll just say be vigilant and keep your head on the swivel, man, because, you know, hey, man. I ain't gonna tell you, years and years and years ago, I was on an airplane reading in a magazine how they thought at some point sporting events would become targets. What's up, Star Boy? I see you. Clock in D. Hey, man, it's hard for me to say hot boys and not boys, all that shit now, man. And that song still pumps me up, man. But the way defense is playing, everybody talking about, oh, make Chris Richard the coach. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, his stock ain't that good. His stock ain't that good defensively. I mean, you got to think about it. So why would we promote the guy with the defense? I mean, early on, I mean, some of them games, it looks great. But, I mean, it's just, I don't even think they're ready for that. I don't think Jerry ready for a black coach in Dallas. I hate to say it that way. But, I mean, sometimes shit is what it is. A lot of people wasn't ready for a biracial quarterback for America's team either. You know, but I pay attention to shit like that because I got biracial children by 3 women. So a lot of the shit that y'all are real sensitive to here, I'm sensitive to. And I watch. But some of the shit we can't allow it here because some people don't have the emotional intelligence to be able to comment on social media without it coming across the wrong way. And that's not a dig at anybody because that's even me too. Some of the shit I say sometimes I can imagine when people read it on the other end, they don't know what tone it's in. If they don't know me personally, have never heard me talk or never seen me on this video, they don't, you know, you don't get that. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff that gets misplaced on social media. So that's why, you know, we had a blow up on the admin team. You know what I'm saying? It was behind some, you know, some sensitive issues. It's behind race shit. You know what I mean? But we got to sort that. But we still loyal to the end of the day. We gonna kiss and make up? Yeah. You know what I mean? Do we grow? Do we learn from it? Yeah. But I told my admin, it's like, look, man, if y'all got a problem with each other, y'all don't A, air it out in the group, and B, y'all better pick up the phone and call each other. Because I know every one of you. I've talked to them on the phone. I've met them in person. I like to think I'm a pretty good character of judgment. You know, I put good people around me, make good decisions. But I just think that the machine and the societal issues that's pushed upon us through the machine, it's got us acting that way. So we got to wise up. We got to be loyal and stay vigilant at the same time. You know what I mean? We need a Super Bowl. Shit, we've been needing a Super Bowl since the 90s. I'm tired of getting clowned on about VCR tapes. The reason Jerry's on Jason because he's so soft and fire him. Look, I heard that JJ was on the fan this morning and they was trying to hit him up about that shit. And he basically charged him and said, look, I just got off the plane. I ain't had no sleep. And I ain't ready to talk about all that. Part of leadership is that, Mr. Jones. I mean, you were quick to get up there with Zeke and talking about Zeku. You know, so got to be careful trying to play on both sides of the fence. That's why, you know, you just got to make a choice sometimes. You got to make a stand. You know what I mean? Hold your ground. So for those, what's up, Tim Sehan? I love them Sehans, man. They invited me in their house. Some of the best people I ever met. Invited me in their house. You know what I'm saying? Shot videos with me in the beginning. The opener, the home opener there in 2018. They was featured on ESPN. We the fans. I just find it highly funny how over the last 3 years, all these folks we've been knowing and talking about in here, that's our family. You know, all of a sudden now they talking about, you know what I mean, excuse me, not Miss Price. Miss Price been around, Mama Price been around since the 60s. So she in a category by herself. I'm talking about everybody else. You know what I mean? She gonna get her just due. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for her in the story, there would be no my story. There'd be no Oat's story. So I read her book. You know, I got to know the woman a little bit and her situation. You know, and I learned a great deal. I drew a lot of great inspiration and understanding from that. You know what I mean? In the early beginning, when I started out this OAT thing, because I was like, man, she's a Cowboy fan. And she wrote a book about being a Cowboys fan. I was like, what the hell is she going to be talking about, right? But you get in there and it's going to be a lot of what the stuff I'm going to be talking about in the ebook that I'm going to be putting out. And I'm only putting that out on the ebook because it's going to have a lot of videos embedded in it to draw points. It's going to have a lot of links to draw as references to support some of the arguments that I'm going to have in there and some of the stances that I'm going to take on a lot of the sensitive issues that are in society right now. And it's been so therapeutic, man, because I have never been able to just tell, you know, anybody just everything. And the keyboard has, you guys have carried me, you know what I'm saying, through this depression state, you know what I mean, and helped me break out of my shell and taught me how blogging was therapeutic. And now I get to do that. And I want to ask y'all for y'all support because in January in 2020, it's new vision. You know what I mean? Whether we are going to the Super Bowl or we done fired or we done hired or we done crashed and burned and now we got to deal with it, man. We Cowboy fans, we loyal. We've been dealing with it every year. We built for this. You know what I'm saying? We built for this. But not everybody built for this. And that's the ones I want y'all to check on this holiday season. Especially Christmas. You know, you got these soldiers, sailors, airmen, Air Force, Marines, all you know, everybody. They deployed overseas. They ain't with their families. They can't even get off time to go home for one because such a time gap distance and the cost it takes because they make, you know, such a little money to be able to travel overseas like that. You know, they missing their families and stuff, you know what I mean? That's why still to this date, it's on average 14, 15. I know they promote that 22. You know, veterans take their own lives through suicide every day. And then you got folks running around these bases with guns, shooting people up, talking about they here and shit. See, that's the next thing they're going to come after me with. So, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to scare a whole lot of people off, but I got to share my truth with somebody because if you don't, you know what I mean? The machine will just consume your ass. We have a team. We need a coach to play them out like chess. Man, look, I just think the culture is so far gone. I think we still got to ride it out with Jason, even if we fire. I don't know what kind of... I mean, we're still going to win a division. It's not like we're out. I think we still have a great shot of winning the division and making the first round of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? According to those fans that I follow, you know what I mean? Because I don't really follow that big narrative shit because they're going to tell you one thing. You know what I mean? You're going to be commenting on another and you're going to be looking like a fool on social media because you done swallowed some bullshit narrative like that can't throw past 5 yards or some shit like that. Man, the kicker. Man, did y'all see what Mayher posted? Oh my God. Like, dog. Like, I mean, I'm all for it, man. Like, you know, I get mental health, all that. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. This whole cancel culture movement, this shit. Oh, you did this wrong, so I look good now. You know what I mean? You got to be careful with that type of stuff. Yeah, because you got NFL players, they commit suicide too. From real life issues, you know, like that one, I think that Cleveland Brown player, his brother committed suicide and a year later on his anniversary. So I said it was really hard for me this Thanksgiving because my parents wasn't here. I only had my family. I didn't have no family from my side of the family here for the first time as a holiday. That was tough. I just had to go in bed and go to sleep. So I know myself. But man, he posted all, you know, I felt good. You know, I kicked the ball. My placement was good. You know, it just didn't go through. It was one of them days. I'm like, dog, this ain't the time, you know, to be coming to Jesus. You know what I mean? And especially in the media. Because, bro, did you forget you on the Cowboys? You about to get swallowed the whole way up. Jason Garrett says, this is Mike Bain. Jason Garrett says he thinks it's too hard to execute when you have too many looks on. Look, I'm never going to believe a guy who every time you ask him, he's going to say, all we're worried about is everything we're trying to do today and get better today, how we can prepare today and move on to the next day. And then, like, you just skirt the fucking question. Like, as a leader, You know, just sometimes you can skirt shit, you know what I mean, based on what you know and what you can share, you know what I mean, especially like those in the military under OPSEC, operational security. But, dog, you sound like a robot. We're worried about today, you know, we're figuring out what we did today. That's a very good football team over there. We just didn't get it done today. Like, I don't even watch Jason Garrett's interviews. I stopped last year. Dude sound like a robot, man. Jerry's a leader. No, Jerry's a leader. Jerry's so worried about everything outside of the team and him in terms of getting in all these stadiums' pocketbooks with these suites like the Rams, the Raiders, the Niners. Oh, he helped Oakland move to Vegas. He helped, Stan Kroenke in St. Louis. Oh, yeah, moved to the Rams, to L.A. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Jerry Jones is focused on a lot of other shit, and he's a master businessman. I ain't hating on that. I can't stop that man from getting the bag as a fan. You know, I had to come to that situation and realize, like, you know, but that's why I felt our voice was important, and we needed to start being spoken. And I think they're doing a great job because we seen the Baracho Tailgaters on the commercial. Shout out to Alex Davila, the president. They was on the commercial for the game. For those of you that were watching the game, you seen those guys. Brian Harris says, even though his kicker has missed so many crucial field goals, we're going to keep him just to see him miss again. You know, that's asinine part of leadership. You know, the big thing is fucking pride with these guys that's writing these fucking checks like Jerry. My hand ain't got no problem, you know, writing checks. Well, why ain't you wrote Dak a fucking check yet? Jerry? So, you know, when it comes to money, you know what I'm saying? They got all the money in the world to pay everybody everything, you know what I'm saying? But when they make a decision like Maher, they gonna stick by that shit because they know they fucked up. You know, that's a leadership thing when it comes to loyalty to your people that I've understood. Like, when you make a mistake, you got to tell your people, you know you made a mistake and how can we fix it? And they'll respect you a lot more. But Jerry Jones, you know what I'm saying, that whole Texas, everything's bigger and better to start. That whole man up culture shit is, I'm sticking to, I'm be hard headed. I'm gonna stick to this. So, you know, it's just asinine. Great point though you bring up. What's up, Anthony Luna, Greg Wilson? What's up? Wrecking Ball, I see you, baby. Y'all know Wrecking Ball, that guy with, you know, the lights on his helmet. He's down there in the middle of light, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you timing in. Paul Martinez. Yeah, so, you know, it's a bunch of people on here just probably watching, you know what I mean? It's all good. I wanted to hop on here today, have some coffee this morning, because y'all know the best part of waking up is some OAT in your cup, baby. You know what I mean? Shout out my boy, Fat Boy over there for the coffee cup. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to get on here this morning and, you know, just talk about some different things because, you know, I want y'all to get on here, you know, people voice your frustrations. And I'm going to do this a little bit more often now. Like I said, I was running from the camera. I had this imposter syndrome that I'm not good enough. That's got a lot to do with, like, a lot of the content you see me posting here and stuff like that because sometimes it'll be hot. Usually I'm feeling good. But when you don't see me post for weeks like this last summer, I ain't post shit. You know, the group went kind of haywire. You know what I mean? I was invisible. You know, I was dealing with some shit. You know, I couldn't even get involved with this stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, if I ain't feeling good, I ain't really gonna be posting nothing. So we're gonna do this a little bit more, man. It's a big picture out there. It's a lot bigger. We're people at the end of the day, folks. We're more than just Cowboy fans. You know what I'm saying? And we put here for a purpose. You know what I mean? And I think it's just important that smart-minded people stick together. And that's why when I came and built this group, and I found all these god dang smart Cowboy fans out there that write books for themselves and make products for themselves and become entrepreneurs for the thing that they very love, which is the Dallas Cowboys. And you see that legendary OAT jersey up there my boy West Coast had personally made for me. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother from another mother. I wore that to the game. I'm never wearing that again. I wore that to the home opener with my boys, Bryce and Brian. I took them to their first ever game. That shirt, it's in the Hall of Fame in the rafters. Y'all already seen it in my sanctuary. So, you know, I seen all these Cowboy fans out there doing that stuff. So it inspired me. You know what I'm saying? And now let's create this movement. I say that lightly because I know them hard hitters. You know, y'all know the backstory. You can read the book on that one if you want to know about the beef between that could have been the hard hitters. You know what I'm saying, to myself. So check it out. You know what I mean? That ebook's dropping in January on Amazon Kindle. I appreciate y'all supporting me. Make sure y'all share this video, man. Is your loyalty still there as a Cowboy fan? Make a comment on here. I'd love to hear it. I got a lot of stories in the pipeline. I just really been focused on trying to get this book written throughout the rest of the year so I could get it up. There's big things coming, man, in 2020, man. We got to have that clear-eyed view, that 2020 vision. Despite whatever our team is going through, we got to on that, man. There's number 3 Cowboy fans out here with a movement. You know what I'm saying? They out here making money out of businesses, legit businesses that file taxes every year. You know what I mean? So we out here getting it. So it's time to stay loyal to the soil, to our own fan base. If you don't want to spend that money with Jerry Jones because y'all mad about how they treat this game, y'all need to come spend some coins in the game with these entrepreneurs that are out there. Go buy Miss Price's book, get some perspective, and read it. I'm telling you, these number 3 fans out here, OAT, man, it's time to clock in and go to work.